How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. With the Milwaukee Bucks the first team to clinch the 2020 playoffs, it's not a surprise they have the best record in the NBA again. While Giannis is on his way to winning back-to-back MVPs, some of the biggest surprises includes how amazing the Toronto Raptors have been after Kawhi's departure, playing excellent team ball, as well as the Miami Heat having solid role players stepping up big time. Last season's breakout player was Pascal Siakam. While there's more than one worthy candidate this season, let's take a look at 10 of the most surprising individual NBA seasons so far. Starting off with number 10, Brandon Ingram. After being viewed as a question mark and not getting an extension even this season, BI has been one of the most improved players, leading the Pelicans as the go-to scorer. After struggling to fit in with LeBron and getting heavy criticism last season, the 22-year-old has proven why he's worth the max and more than worthy as the second overall pick in the 2016 draft. His confidence and aggression has finally kicked in, putting up 24.5 points, over 6 and 4 on 47% shooting, 40 from 3, all career highs. One of his most underrated improvements, going from a 66% free throw shooter his first 3 seasons to shooting 86% this season. Only 2 players have ever increased their free throw percentage higher within the season span. After last All-Star break, missing most of the action due to a blood clot in his right arm, his stardom's finally kicking in, being one of the most productive scorers and wanting the ball in crunch time. Combined with being healthy much of this season, New Orleans is on pace to sneak into the 8th spot and perhaps play his former team in the first round. If Ingram can produce and snatch a couple wins in the postseason, it will be a great start going forward. Number 9, Jayson Tatum. We knew his greatness was coming. After a stellar rookie season, JT kind of fell off his sophomore year and wasn't himself, making significant improvement, especially when being covered one-on-one. The soon-to-be 22-year-old has the Mamba mentality in him, putting up 23, 7 rebounds, 3 dimes, 1.5 steals on almost 39% shooting from 3. He's been the best player on the Celtics, even more impressive than Kemba Walker in crunch time. Many had no idea how the Celtics will bounce back from the Kyrie Irving distractions, but are picking up where they left off from 2 seasons ago and better now, being a top 3 seed in the East with one of the best records and competitive on the road games against the elite teams is a true testament to what the team's capable of. Taking just 20 shots for 41 points against the Lakers, he'll continue to have many more high-scoring games as his career progresses. Now, as the driving force of the franchise, the C's are in good hands, cooking the best defenders at his position. Tatum's next step being in the MVP conversation and creeping up into All-NBA territory. Imagine if the Sixers drafted him instead of folks 3 years ago. Number 8, Christian Wood of the Detroit Pistons. Undrafted out of UNLV, the 6'10 power forward has been tremendous for the struggling Pistons. A 21-11 guy per 36 minutes, getting his starting chance after Drummond's departure. The team's performing better statistically on both ends with Wood instead of Drummond after being waived by New Orleans last summer. His contract before this season wasn't even fully guaranteed. Now he'll be earning a multi-year deal come free agency. Being overlooked and under the radar, his work ethic and passion for the game starting to show and big rewards to come. Having multiple 20-plus point games this season, nobody thought that was possible. Number 7, Dennis Schroeder of the OKC Thunder, who lost some stock last season where he was supposed to be a 6-man candidate, from putting up 15.5 points on 41% shooting to averaging 19 a game on 47% from the field, playing winning basketball, sharing the floor with CP3 and SGA. OKC has been terrifying. Schroeder's also been more efficient, putting himself back in the 6-man candidate discussion, has also taken over games down the stretch after being viewed as a salary dump from Atlanta from being in trade talks before the season. The 26-year-old is now a crucial core piece to a playoff team in the West, and all of a sudden viewed as underrated. Number 6, the sensational Luka Doncic. Already a superstar, many knew Luka would be great, but not this great this early on. Averaging close to 29, 10 and 9 is absolutely absurd. Arguably the best 20-year-old we have ever seen, numbers we thought he averaged in his prime, but doing it effortlessly in his second season, making all his teammates around him better. The only thing slowing him down, the injuries. Otherwise, he'd be in the top 3 for MVP discussion. Nobody predicted Dallas be this good or even make the playoffs playoffs, looking like a generational talent. He was so hot at one point this season, some even said he's already a top 5 player. It's not even the end of his second season yet. Suns and Kings fans are already regretting their draft picks and wishing they would have taken Doncic. In reality, Luka being an all-star isn't all that surprising. It wouldn't have been shocking if he was averaging between 22 to 26 points a game, but getting 30-point triple-doubles on the daily basis is only a matter of time till Doncic becomes the best player in the NBA. Number 5, the international European duo of Mo Wagner and Davis Bertans from the Washington Wizards. Despite being one of the worst teams in the NBA, Wagner, who's 22 turning 23, was part of a 3-team trade package that sent AD to the Lakers. The 6'11 center didn't provide much his rookie season, but now putting up over 10 a game, being able to stretch the floor and knock down shots, a very important role player going forward, whereas Bertans made the Spurs heavily regret trading him, shooting the heck out of the ball, putting up 15 a game on over 42% shooting from 3. Who would have thought he'd be the second leading scorer on Washington? With many contenders wishing they had a guy like him, the 6'10 Latvian will get paid the big bucks this summer. Number 4, Bam Adebayo, becoming a fan favorite for the Miami Heat, having greatness written all over him. As the 14th pick of the 2017 draft, the 6'9 center still 22 years old. A perfect modern 5 who can guard every position. Guards can't blow by him like they think, putting up over 16 a game, nearly 11 rebounds, 5 assists, over a steal and a block on 58% shooting. His decision making and work ethic second to none amongst the bigs. Can handle the ball like a guard, where in college, Coach John Calipari had him play down low and rebound to develop his all-around game. Still under the radar and getting more coverage, the legendary Pat Riley gave him the biggest compliment, mentioning Bam's name amongst the all-time Heat grades. He is the real deal. From being cut from Team USA last summer, Miles Turner made it over him, and from averaging under 7 and 9 points his first 2 seasons, Riley knew what he had, and when Bam finally broke out, he's now all of a sudden a top 5 center in the NBA and will make many all-star games for years to come. Number 3, Terrence Davis of the Toronto Raptors. Undrafted and unknown out of Ole Miss, the 6'4 shooting guard has been nothing short of exceptional for the defending champs, proven to be a valuable defender. The 22-year-old rookie's putting up over 8 points. Davis earned a couple two-way deals, but confidently rejected all those offers, knowing he was better than that, made his way to the Nuggets Summer League team, got called by the Raptors, who took a chance on him. Now he's making 42% of his threes, has a 6'9 wingspan, making less than $1 million on the year. He's already proven why he should have been a first-round pick, a huge luxury for Toronto going forward. Number 2, Devonte Graham of the Charlotte Hornets, making a huge leap and fearless offensively. The 25-year-old is by far the best bargain in the NBA, making just $1.4 million this season and $1.6 the next. His contract next season wasn't even guaranteed. From being assigned back and forth in the G League, putting up under 5 points a game last season, to averaging almost 18 and 8 assists on 37% shooting from 3, nobody saw that coming. Charlotte being 19 and 37 isn't as bad as people think, playing just as good as Terry Rozier, who received a 3-year $57 million deal. Graham's been the guy that's been keeping the Hornets offense afloat. Despite being a huge surprise, the franchise is in rebuild mode and won't be good anytime soon. Number 1, the emergence of Duncan Robinson and Kendrick Nunn of the Miami Heat. Both went undrafted and weren't even supposed to be in the NBA, let alone starting for a playoff team, starting with the 25-year-old Robinson, the most unlikely path to the NBA. Just 6 years ago, he was playing Division III ball at Williams, transferred to the University of Michigan, was an amazing outside shooter, but still wasn't even in the draft boards, became the first former D3 player since Devin George. After the Heat gave him a workout, the rest was history. Now he's one of the best shooters on the planet, connecting on over 43% of his triples, putting up over a dozen points in 29 minutes played. The 6'7" forward is only making $1.4 million on the season, $1.6 the next, another great bargain. Teammate Kendrick Nunn was former high school teammates with Jabari Parker at Simeon, but didn't make much headlines, averaging over 15 points a game in 30 minutes as the starting point guard for Miami, one of the leading candidates for Rookie of the Year. After being cut by the Warriors, Nunn dominated in the G League last season before being a full-time starter, now capable of scoring 20 on any given night. Credits to Pat Riley for doing a fantastic job assembling his team. Honorable mentions includes Dante DiVincenzo of the Milwaukee Bucks in his second second season, competes on both ends of the floor, gives his team energy, can handle the ball and knock down shots, as well as Carmelo Anthony. Not surprising to the ones who know basketball, since we know he can put the ball in the hoop, but for the ones who actually thought Melo was done, he still got plenty left in the tank. Doesn't have it every night, but still capable of scoring north of 20 points, even 30 at times. Which player surprises you most this season? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video. More good stuff coming soon. See you next time.